A blue Gremlin car discovered buried in the ground just north of Oakland County. Could it be a new lead in the decades-old Oakland County child killings?
Evidence techs digging through earth all night long, and they are still on the ground in Grand Blanc Township. That's also where we find 7 Action News investigator Heather Catallo, who's been leading the way on this case for years now. Heather?
Neighbors say the parts for this blue Gremlin were actually found back in July, but Michigan State Police just got the tip last night and they've been out here ever since. A piece of metal painted blue with a white stripe. Pat Phillips took these photos of the car parts last month after she realized they were from an AMC Gremlin.
And I said, geez, those were out in the 70s sometime.
Phillips says a contractor who was excavating a basement for a new home next door unearthed the car parts. But it wasn't until a neighbor remembered the Gremlin's notorious connection to the Oakland County child killings that the neighbor called the police last night.
Well, there was like 4 tires sticking up. It was like the Gremlin, the car was chopped up.
The sheet metal, what you saw?
Yes, the sheet metal, and it was in pieces when they dug it up.
Between 1976 and 1977, 4 children were abducted and murdered in Oakland County. At the time, detectives publicized that a blue Gremlin had been seen at the abduction site in Birmingham of the last child killer victim, Timmy King.
Our understanding is this was farmland before, and it was a common practice for farmers in the old days to dig a big hole and dump all their garbage on it and bury it.
Michigan State Police Lieutenant Michael Shaw says they don't know if this Gremlin is tied to the unsolved murders, but they are treating the Grand Blanc Township site as a crime scene. State troopers escorted 2 dump trucks filled with potential evidence out of the subdivision, and it's now being analyzed.
The pieces were in awful shape, so once the crime lab kind of gets it into a controlled environment, they're able to clean it up, they'll be able to tell if there's something like it's been cut up or something like that, but we don't know right now.
The 7 Action News investigators have learned that one of the parts that was found was a fender. Task Force detectives are now trying to trace the VIN number of the vehicle as well as old property records for the site where the car parts were discovered. I did speak with Timmy King's father, Barry King. He told me that he's always felt that the blue Gremlin may not have been part of this case, but as for this discovery, he says he's hopeful but not optimistic. Reporting in Grand Blanc Township, I'm Heather Catallo, 7 Action News.